Finding new product and keyword opportunities can be hard without the right tools, but today we are going to talk about some strategies that can give you a gold mine of keyword and product opportunities using tools that only Helium 10 has. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AM/PM podcast. My name is Carrie Miller, and I'll be your host, and this is the show where we discuss all things Amazon, TikTok Shop, and Walmart private label, and how to generate recurring revenue streams 24 hours a day during the AM and the PM, hence the name of the show. Get it? AM/PM podcast. And as a matter of fact, this weekend, I'm going to go on another hike, and even though I will be hiking through the mountains, I will still be making money online. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. We're gonna do some strategies using Black Box, and these are strategies not only for product research, but keyword research, looking at competitors. There's a lot of different things that you can look at in Black Box. So it's going to be really helpful for literally anyone on any stage, whether you're looking for a product or whether you're trying to optimize your current business or maybe even expand some to new products. But you're going to see ways to find new keywords, see ways to look at your competitors, and a lot of other great stuff. So I have Bradley and Shivali helping me with these different strategies that we have. So this is from Shivali. So go ahead and take a listen to what Shivali has to say.
How to find product opportunities using Black Box products. Helium 10's got the largest database of over 2 billion products across all marketplaces, including out-of-stock products. And from my knowledge, there's not a single other tool that does this. Let me show you the products tab where you will first see the simple mode. This has the ability for you to go in, select up to 3 areas that you're familiar with, or you can click surprise me if you can't decide. You've got price range, what you'd be comfortable with selling at. Should your product fit into a shoebox? What sort of monthly sales you anticipate to generate once you're up and listed, as well as how competitive you want that niche to be. Of course, easier where there's less competition is better with great enough demand that you can actually still make sales. However, instead of using simple mode, I actually recommend using advanced. This is really where you can hone in on what you're looking for. The goal is to be really wise with your time, money, and resources that you've got. The last thing you want to do is invest a whole bunch of effort into something that flops. And so the best way to give you the best possible outcome of profitability is by using a tool like this, where you can just take what you've got in mind, put it out there, and see what your potential shortlist might be for products to get into. Let's go ahead and run through an example. I won't cover all of these. However, at any point, if you are curious about what something might mean, just hover over this little eye icon and it will tell you. I'm going to go ahead and select health and household, home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, and let's actually also do beauty and personal care. I'm selecting these 4. You guys can go in and select what makes the most sense for you. Maybe you are a culinary artiste and kitchen and dining is where you want to actually sell. Or you love pets, go in and check out the pet supplies niche. There's no right or wrong. The whole reason we have so many filters is because we say that opportunity is defined by you, the user, not so much by us. This is going to depend on your expertise, your risk tolerance, your capital investment, what you're comfortable with, and you can run it from there. What else we might be able to put in here? 150 max for review count is what I'm going to use here for this example. This means there's not so much saturation in the market, but there's still opportunity to go in there and actually capture sales. You've got number of images. I like to put in maybe a max of 3 or 4 here because most Amazon listings have up to 9 different spaces they can fill out. And if a listing has 4, let's say, images being used and they're still generating sales, we would be able to go in theory, and create a better listing and capture that market share. You've got parent level revenue and ASIN revenue. This is also really exclusive to Helium 10. You can actually break it down based off child ASIN, see the differences between the parent variation as well as the child. I'm going to go in and say, hey, I want to find a minimum of 4,000 being made per month. I've got parent level sales per unit. So maybe I want to see 150 to 400 units being moved. Price point of that retail price, say 20 to 120. Again, guys, I'm just going in and throwing in some numbers. You guys can spend more time on this. And I'm going to click search. And what I'm going to get back as an output is a short list of products that fit the criteria I've got in mind without having to go in and manually look through a handful of different search terms on Amazon, different listings. Instead, I can just take a look at what this short list of products are that actually meet my parameters. I've still got over 500, so I'm going to go in and actually refine this down. Let's say for sales to reviews ratio, I'm going to put in a minimum of 70. It's exactly what it sounds like. The monthly sales units divided by the total review counts. And when I click apply, because it said 500, now we've got 75 items. And guys, this is what I want you to do. If you've got over 500 items, refine that down. There's no point in going through 500 plus items. Use those filters to your advantage and get it down. And check this out. We've got Luther Lab sugar-free drops developed specifically for Black genetics. Interesting. Look how niche down that is. I don't even know what this is. Sugar-free drops. Terrible listing, really, because you've only got 4 images, not so many bullet points. I actually can't even tell from the title what this is. However, at $25, how much is it selling? $9,000 per month. Check that out. Isn't that incredible? And this is being sold from China. It looks like the weight is not really there. Only 1 month, but it is moving. Let's check out this one right here. 6 months. You got multi-symptom menopause, only 1 image, 7 reviews, and yet 200 plus folks bought it this month. You would never be able to find something like this if you were just going in manually on Amazon. And there you have it. Use this to create a short list of product ideas that you can then further qualify.
What's the only way in the world that you are able to research out of stock products on Amazon? It's using this tool, which is called Black Box Out of Stock Products, or I like to call it sometimes the zombie hunter. What's a zombie listing? A zombie listing is like a listing that's basically dead, but it's still out there, but you can't find it. All right. So we created this out of stock products originally because I had found this product that I remember it was one of my competitors and they were just crushing it. And then a few months later, I was like, wait a minute, where did that competitor go? He's not selling this product anymore. And it was a niche that I didn't want to get into, but he was still taking some of my other sales away. And then I looked, I was like, oh, he went out of stock months ago. So I was like, hey, let's have everybody who uses Helium 10 get the ability to be able to research products out of stock. There's a lot of different use cases for this. Number one, just like me, maybe I want to find products that competitors just gave up on, right? Or maybe they've been out of stock for months. And that means I can jump in, maybe capture some of that market. Now, obviously, there could be serious reasons why they stopped selling it. Like, there was a patent on it. You got to do some research. But a lot of times it could be, the seller just went out of business or they stopped selling on Amazon. They sold their business. Who knows what might have happened, but this is a great way to find those out of stock products. You're never going to find these in the search results on Amazon. So this is the only way to do it. What's another use case? Another use case is maybe you're selling seasonal products, right? Maybe right now is summertime. It's not Christmas time. The top Christmas ornaments, probably not even in stock on Amazon right now, right? So you wouldn't know who the best sellers for Christmas ornaments were in order to get in there and look at the history of, what kind of sales did those products do in December of last year, November of last year? What were the keywords that was driving sales? You would have to wait until they all came back into stock to find those ASINs. Not with this tool. So how do you do it? Watch this. Black Box Out of Stock Products is in the first tab of Black Box under Products, and then you just click on Find Out of Stock Products. And it allows you to choose certain categories here. Like, for example, I'm just going to go ahead and look at the home and kitchen category. And I want to see products that the last time a buy box was detected, maybe it was priced between $20 and $40. So I can go ahead and enter that. And then I want to see what was the last year's revenue of this product or sales. So I'm going to say, hey, I'm looking for something that sold at least, 1,500 units over a year, just so I can know that, hey, this is a product that was doing some volume. And then when was the last active age? In other words, when did we detect that this product was still in stock? So let me just enter a random range here from October all the way until the beginning of January. I'm just going to pick some random dates here. There's plenty of other filters that you can use here, like an exact brand search. Like, man, I remember this one competitor, this one exact brand, they had this product in stock. So you know what? You can go ahead and enter the brand there. Maybe you want to enter in reviews. Maybe you want to enter how old the listing is. There's tons of stuff here, number of images, etc. Let me go ahead and just run this and see what happens. And here we go. We've got a list of hundreds of products, all right? There's over 500 that showed up. So obviously I need to probably filter some of these down a little bit more. But take a look at just one of these. Here's a fabric storage cubes for cube organizer. I have no idea what this is. If I click on it now, as you can see, this product is out of stock on Amazon. How long has it been out of stock? I can check this BSR chart here. Looks like it's been out of stock since about, maybe September or so. Came back in stock briefly during Christmas and then out of stock again. But this product, what kind of sales was it doing? That last year that it had sales, it did $500,000. Now, why in the world did this company stop selling? I have no idea. Here, I can look them up. I can see Zap Imports was the last buyer who had, or the last brand who had Buy Box. Maybe I could look into it. But here's a product that's a $500,000 product that somebody just gave up on. Would that be worth, looking into? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's scroll down here and see if we see anything else interesting. Here we go. Here is a sofa slipcover. So I click on this, and again, I can see it's been out of stock for a while. Maybe it's just a certain color here that's out of stock. But look at this. It was doing tens of thousands of dollars when it was in stock. So again, guys, this is super valuable. This is probably one of the most slept on things that Helium 10 has released in a while, because nobody else in the world has any kind of functionality like this, being able to research out of stock products. Don't forget, guys, that once you actually find a product and now you want to see, hey, what were the keywords driving sales for that product that was in stock last year? Can't do that with any other tool to find those keywords, right? It's not even going to show up in their database. You can use the historical trends feature in Cerebro to take a time machine back to when they were in stock and find all the money-driving keywords for it. So guys, make sure to get use out of this black box zombie hunter. In other words, the black box out-of-stock products tool. It is a game changer for how you can find seasonal products and products that haven't even been on Amazon in months.
How to find product opportunities using the keywords tab. This is one of my favorite ways to do product research, and there are plenty of ways to do product research, but this really gives you that bird's eye view of what's going on in a market and whether or not you'll be able to actually compete with the competitors who are already in the space. So let's talk through an example inside of the keywords tab of Blackbox so you can see firsthand what it's like and how to use it for yourself. When I'm taking a look at the filters section, the reason we have so many is because, again, as I've said before, if you've ever listened to my videos, is opportunity is defined by you, the user, not so much by us. When I go in and type in these numbers, you guys can go in and input anything else as well. There's no right or wrong. Go ahead and feel free to experiment, because that's how you're going to find product opportunities you didn't even know existed before. For search volume, I'm doing my research in the US marketplace. If you guys are going or planning to sell elsewhere, make sure you select that marketplace first, because consumer behavior varies greatly by region. I'm going to go in and type in a minimum of 3,000 for search volume. Maybe I want to see a max of, say, 50K. You don't have to input these same numbers again. For monthly revenue, maybe I'm interested in seeing about $3,000 being moved every single month or being generated. For price point, you can put in something. I'm going to say 15 this time and take it up to about $150. For retail price, again, this is an average. It means that you might find, when you open up a search term page, you might find things that are outliers around that frame, but if you average it out, it'll fall into this retail range. You've got review count, review ratings, exactly what it sounds like. Word count, I'm going to put in a minimum of 2 for strong buyer intent, because often when we are browsing, we type in one word, office, kitchen, and yet when we know we want to purchase something, we will go in and type in something a lot longer. I might type in white marble coffee coaster cup, and that is something specific. So if I see it, I'm ready to buy it, right? Okay, I've also got categories. Let's go ahead and select baby, beauty, and personal care. And this time, why not? Let's do sports and outdoors. I'm going to say a title density. Maybe I want a max of 4. This is how many products on page 1 have that searched keyword inside of the title. And the last thing I'm going to go ahead and input for this example is competitor revenue and reviews down here. I'm going to skip competitor ratings, but these bottom 3 are actually really exclusive to Helium 10, and I love them because it's taking a look at the top 10 organic placements. When I'm taking a look at a keyword like coffin shelf, I'm going to skip all the sponsored tags and start with the first organic and count 10 placements. And of those 10, it's saying that I want minimum 2,500 being generated for at least 3 of those top 10. And for competitor reviews, I might want less than 150, at least 2 of those 10 placements. Because when I come onto the marketplace, I'm going to have 0 reviews and I want to generate money, right? I know you do too. So we now have 200 plus keywords found. I would actually go in again and refine this search, but I am really interested already in this first phrase. I was actually just talking to Carrie about this peptide, which people have started to use supplements or injectables, I believe, and it helps them from anti-aging, skin and hair. But if I hadn't been having this conversation with Carrie, I wouldn't have known about this at all. I would have been thinking, what the heck is this? And that, my friends, is the beauty of using black box keywords. You can go in and find keywords that have the sort of competition, the sort of demand that you would be able to launch into and actually generate sales. Now we've got 200 plus keywords found. We would want to actually go back in and refine the search, get it down to below 200. But for the sake of time, let's just wrap it up here. We've got retatrutide, peptide. You've got 5,521 search volume. I'm going to click the graph icon to see what that looks like over time. And check this out. This has become more of a thing starting of September, and it's really starting to peak. And funnily enough, I've been actually talking to Carrie about this. Isn't that right, Carrie? We've been talking about how this is so great for the body, for anti-aging. It's available in capsule form. I think people also do injectables, but don't quote me on it. You can go in with a syringe and inject it. And it's great for what? Skin, hair, anti-aging peptide serum for reducing wrinkles and fine lines. And guess what? Great search volume, decent price point. You've got great monthly sales as well. Monthly revenue, $379,000, you guys. $379,000 per month on something that just became a market starting September. And I would have never found it unless I took a look at black box keywords. It's got 0 folks, 0 sellers, competitors who are actually utilizing this exact key phrase inside of their title. Meaning I've got tons of opportunity as somebody who knows how to list a product and has access to Helium 10, all the resources I might need to create a great listing, to actually have the keywords people are looking for and capitalize on the search volume and demand. Okay, so use this, go in, check out, do many, many searches, create a short list. You can add this to all the shortlisted items you found inside of the products tab, and then begin to qualify this, validate this further.
Okay, in this strategy, I'm going to show you how to find products and keywords in brand analytics. Now, brand analytics is something that was released a few years ago, and it was actually really, really exciting when they released it because it's basically giving you a lot of keyword data that they had never released before. It's kind of showing you the top keywords and the top clicked and converting keywords for a specific time frame, like days, weeks, or months. And the great thing about it was that you can see all this information, but the difficult thing was that you could not sort through it, and it's very difficult to sort through. If you go on Amazon Seller Central, you literally have to download millions of lines of data, and it takes a long, long time. You really have to kind of have a developer help you to kind of figure out how to do this and sort through it. So the great thing is that Helium 10 actually has a tool to sort through this incredible data, and no one else has a tool like this. So this is just a gold mine. I remember when we came out with it, I was so excited because I always wanted to sort through it, but I was having a hard time just figuring out how to do that with the data that we had on Seller Central, because there was really nothing I could do, with something that would take hours to download. It just wasn't reasonable. So this is a really easy tool. So I'm just going to show you how it works. So basically, this is in black box and it's ABA top search terms. And what you'll do is you're going to just put in the ASIN that you want to look for. You can also put in a keyword, but I'm going to start with an ASIN first. This is actually our competitor for a coffin letterboard. And I'm just going to hit the time frame as well. So I'm going to do month of, and I'm going to go back to last November, and I'm going to hit search. I actually chose more than 1 month. So you want to just choose one at a time for this specific part. Okay, so what we should see is the keywords. Yes, so we are seeing the keywords here that ASIN is showing up for, where they're the top clicked and top converting. So if we take a look for goth home decor, it looks like it's the third top clicked ASIN, and it's got 2.4% of the clicks and 0% of the conversion. So not doing really well. That might be something that, you might want to kind of say, hey, you can actually keep it in your home year round if you wanted to convert more for that. There's probably some reason why they're not converting for that. But if we look at Coffin Letterboard, it looks like they're the top clicked, 42% of the click share and 32% of that is conversion share. So they're doing pretty well. Now, if you found a product that was very relevant for that keyword and it wasn't converting at all, you probably can tell that there's something wrong with the listing. Or maybe sometimes people are searching for specific keywords, but there's no product available. So if you have a high click-through rate, on the top 3 and there's no conversions, that's going to give you an indication that maybe that product isn't yet available and maybe an opportunity for you. So that's one way to take a look at it. You can also take a look at just if you wanted to look at like coffin. If you wanted to just look at a word, you can do coffin shelf. I'm just going to put coffin in here and I'm going to just see all the keywords that are related to coffin by hitting search here. And it's going to show all of these keywords down here. So this is a way to get some great keyword ideas and also, product ideas. So coffin press-on nails, maybe that's, some great new product. But lots of really good data here. You can see all of the top 3 clicked and the top converted. And it just gives you great insight into the opportunity and also what keywords maybe your competitors are targeting. When you look at their ASINs, you can see they're targeting and doing well for certain keywords. Now, if we go ahead and put this, I'm going to put the ASIN back in here of our competitor. And another thing that you can do, and this is only available in Helium 10 as well, is I'm going to actually click a bunch of months here. And you can do up to 12 months or you can do up to 12 weeks at a time. And I'm going to hit search. And what it's going to do is it's going to show me all the months where I was basically, or that competitor. So for Halloween decorations, they were in the top 3 for December and January. Goth Home Decor, they were October and November. So you can see the keywords where they were actually winning over a longer period of time in the past. So you can see what's going on. You can also take a look at, drop-off keywords. So keywords where they were ranking, but they're really not ranking anymore or showing up in the top 3. So they've got all of these keywords. So if this is you or your ASIN or your competitor's ASIN, you can say, okay, this is an opportunity for me to regain traction on these keywords. If it's your own or if it's your competitor, they've lost traction. Maybe it's time for you to optimize your listing and capitalize on that. You can also see the keywords where you're trending up fast. So we can see here, Michael Myers decor. I don't know if there must be some sort of spooky movie maybe with him. I don't know. Emo decor. So these are keywords where this ASIN that we put in here is trending up fast. So this is a great way to kind of see all of this information very quickly. You can sort through and filter it. It's really a gold mine of information if you want to find, keyword opportunities and product opportunities. Again, this is only available in Helium 10 and it's a really great tool. And I've had a lot of fun just playing around with it, finding, those opportunities for product ideas and also keyword opportunities where the competitors are capitalizing where you aren't and then vice versa. So if you haven't checked it out, you definitely want to check Amazon Brand Analytics in Black Box out.
How to find keywords your competitors got sales from. Now, as you know, there is a data point that Amazon gives, which is called search query performance. We bring that into Helium 10. It's under a tool called Search Query Analyzer. If you haven't used it, get over there and use it right now. You can see all the keywords that brought you sales confirmed by Amazon, not from Helium 10, all right? But the drawback of that is it's only showing you what keywords you yourself, your own brands, have gotten sales from. Amazon does not allow you to go in there and look at all the keywords that brought sales to your competitor products. However, there's a little known way that you can get data directly from Amazon. Once again, not an estimation, not from Helium 10, but a way that Amazon will tell you, hey, this keyword did in fact bring sales to this competitor ASIN. How do you do that? It's using the Amazon Brand Analytics top search terms. Now, here is how you can do it in Helium 10. Let's go ahead and first pick an ASIN of any product on Amazon. Here's a ASIN I'm going to choose, this Graceful by Design cursive. And then I'm going to go into Black Box ABA top search terms. First thing I might want to do is, hey, I'm looking, I want to look at maybe half a year's worth of info. I can go back, to last year. I can go back to even 3-4 years in the past. That's, again, another exclusive thing only available on Helium 10 to be able to go back to so many different weeks and months. And then I'm going to put the ASIN right here. I can put up to 100 ASINs actually to get all of that data first. Once you hit search, it is going to find all of the keywords that this product was one of the top 3 clicked over a certain date range. And as you can see here, this one brought up 9. But what I want to do is I want to say, hey, which are the keywords that for sure brought sales to this product? All right. So how can I do that? I can say inputted ASINs under conversion share must be greater than 1%. In other words, not only was this product one of the top 3 clicked, but it had at least 1% of the conversions. In other words, the sales that came from the keyword. Again, this is data direct from the horse's mouth. The horse being Amazon in this situation, all right? So once I apply those filters, now I can see which keywords were bringing sales, and it tells me over different weeks. Like, look at this, Groove Cursive Handwriting Workbook. You can see almost every single week that I had done the search, it was bringing sales for it. However, Cursive Groove Handwriting only brought sales one of the weeks, but still I have confirmed sales with information directly from Amazon. So guys, this is one of the most unique features of Helium 10 that you cannot do in any other tool, which is find data that comes directly from Amazon as to what keywords people searched for, they found your competitors' products, and then they bought it. And you could search, like I said, up to 50 or even 100 competitor ASINs at a time and get potentially hundreds of money-driving keywords that you're not going to find anywhere else. So make sure, throw in your competitors into this tool, get those valuable keywords, make sure you've got those keywords in your listing.
Okay, in this strategy, I'm going to show you how to find competitors for any Amazon product. So if you're trying to research a new niche, you might want to understand the playing field, right? So, who are the players in the game and who do I need to watch out for? Who do I need to research as far as keyword level to see where they're getting their sales from? Well, this tool is going to allow you to do just that. So basically, it's very, very easy to do. You just put in an ASIN that has some kind of history. You can't put in something that is brand new and has never sold one unit and doesn't have any ranking or history or any keywords. But if there's a product that has at least a little bit of history, you're going to be able to see the closest linked products to that ASIN based on the number of keywords that they are similarly ranked for. So in other words, if I'm looking for a coffin shelf, or I put a coffin shelf in here, I'm going to see other products that are ranking probably high for the same keywords like coffin shelf, goth shelf, probably stuff like that. So I'm going to just show you how it works. It's pretty easy. So here it is in Black Box, and I put in our coffin shelf, actually our ASIN right here. And you can see, we've got a bat shelf, which is definitely pretty similar. We've got a coffin shelf right here. Now the p-index is just how closely related and basically how many similar keywords that you have. So that is where this ranking is from. It's from that history of keywords. So you're sharing a lot of keywords with, a bat shelf and obviously a coffin shelf. And here's a coffin spiderweb shelf. So you can see a lot of good products. So not only this is good for, product ideas, because you could, maybe if you wanted to expand your line, you wanted to, add some more products. We've got some good ideas in here. Like even we've got this like kind of makeup organizer that's coffin shaped. That's kind of interesting. But you can actually take these product ASINs, and if you wanted to target those with your product advertising, you could do that. So, say you're selling a coffin shelf, maybe you would want to target a bat shelf, because people who are buying a bat shelf might also want to be buying a coffin shelf. So it's a really good tool, really great to be able to find those, competitors right away. You can also utilize these to, maybe do a reverse ASIN search on their keywords. There's a lot of things that you can do with this information. It's very easy, and definitely check it out if you want to either expand your niche or find some products to target for your advertising.
How to hyperfilter Amazon search results without even being on Amazon. There might be some cases where you're trying to go through the search term results page and figure out which competitors you might want to use for your PPC product targeting campaigns. And that might require filtering for price points, because there's different buckets. You might be selling a premium product in a lower tiered price range, or there might be different variations and you are only interested in the ones that sell a specific variation. In cases like this, you might want to go into the 5th tab of Black Box, which is going to be niche, and type in your phrase. I'm going to go ahead and type in coffin shelf, and I can go ahead and say, hey, I'm looking for ones where the review counts are less than X, right? Or you can go in and say variation count, as I said before, or number of sellers. Maybe I only want to find the ones that are not doing wholesale, or you don't have too many sellers on one listing. And you can go in and click search, and it's going to output back all those relevant products back to you. You've got 184 products here. This is going to be pretty similar, as I said before, to the Amazon search. It's just going to let you get very, very specific with things. For example, we've got a pink coffin shelf. If I wanted, I could even go in and say, hey, I'm looking for ones that have pink in the keyword search. And so I've got all of my similar products instead for product targeting. Lego used to do this back in the day, and they would just go in and find all the competitors and use the Chrome extension to put it all into a campaign. And now you've got something like this that will help ease up your life. And you can go in and find things that are very specific. Maybe I don't want to target bat-shaped shelves. Then I will say, hey, help me exclude all the bat-shaped stuff. So guys, there you have it. Use this for your product targeting campaigns, or if you want to hyper filter your Amazon search results page.
How to view the history of products that are frequently bought together with other products. Now, how is this something that can help you? Well, we have a lot of different reasons to try to look at products that people would want to buy together. Number one, advertising, right? Maybe you've got a bat bath mat, and so you're looking at your competitor bat bath mats, and you notice down here in the bundle these items together, or customers also viewed or frequently bought together, a lot of these different places, you notice that people are buying other products. Like here is an indoor doormat. It is not necessarily a competitor of the bat bath mat, but what this is, the data here is saying from Amazon is that, hey, there's a tendency of people to buy your competitor's product with another product in the same shopping cart potentially, right? So this could give you ideas about what you can advertise against, all right? Maybe a sponsored display campaign or an ASIN targeting campaign that is not necessarily your competitors, all right? Because your competitors, what they're doing is they're just looking at other bat bath mats to advertise against, but other spooky products might show up. Another way you could use this is maybe bundling ideas. People are literally buying these products together. That's what Amazon is saying in these sections, like when you see frequently bought together, right? So why not come up with a bundle of these two products, a new product? It's not like you're just coming up with this idea off the top of your head. Oh, maybe somebody would buy this product together. No, Amazon is literally telling you that, hey, people actually frequently buy this product together in the same shopping experience, meaning that it might be something that they would want to do. So the only tool that can give you a history of this, Helium 10. How do you do it? You go to any ASIN that you want, copy the ASIN, and then go into Black Box Product Targeting tab, paste that ASIN in, and hit search. Now, there's two different things that you can do. Maybe you want to see, hey, what showed up in the frequently bought together, and take a look at some of these products right here. Like, look at this. Here is a spiderweb bath mat, all right? This would be a great one to target if I have a bat-shaped one. Look at this one. Here's a bat wall decor. I don't even know what this is. It looks like something that maybe goes on the wall or like a sticker or something. Is this a competitor of a bath mat? Absolutely not. But what's happening is people are buying this product together with the product, and it's only a $5.99 product, meaning I could probably get this for 20 cents in in China and just bundle this with my product. Here's another interesting product, bat shower curtain hooks. Now all of a sudden I'm like, man, that's like a pretty relevant product to mine. Maybe I should bundle it. Maybe I should come out with my own. Or at the very least, since people are buying this with other bat bath mats, I'm definitely going to target them in sponsored product targeting ads, because, hey, there's a good chance that somebody sees my product, they'll buy it without having to go search again. So there's tons of products here that come up. The other thing that you can filter for is what's called Amazon Suggested. This is what Amazon says are the products that, according to its own advertising algorithm, it thinks you should advertise for, because there's data that Amazon has that, hey, somebody who buys your product is going to be interested in this one, or vice versa. And so you can see here, there's some spiderweb mats that come up, a coffin-shaped bath mat, so a pink bat bath mat. Here's a toilet spiderweb mat. So a lot of different products come up. So again, guys, use this tool, very highly slept on tool in Helium 10. We're the only one in the world with this, where you can actually see the history of frequently bought together. When I say history, it's because, as you can see here, there are 60 products that came up. You don't see 60 products are frequently bought together that show up on Amazon listings, like maximum 1, 2, or maybe 3. But what we are doing over time is we're gathering these products, whatever we see that is showing up on the page, and keeping that in the database so that you could see the history of what is showing up there and get insights into using products for advertising or bundling purposes that none of your competitors have visibility on.
All right, everyone. So as you can see, there's a lot of amazing things you can do with Black Box, not just product research, but you can find keywords and all kinds of other things for, advertising, a lot of different strategies that we just shared there that are only available in Helium 10. So that's pretty amazing. I hope that you all enjoyed this content. Bye, everyone, and thanks for joining.